What's up, guys? I hope you're having a good day. This is Rockin' the Country. I know we're closing in on 1,400. I've done over 1,400 reactions in 3.5 years. We're coming up on 4 years, I think in April. And I launched the thing in Florida when I was taking care of my mom for a couple of years. I didn't even know reactions were a thing. And then I'm like, I had a lot of time in my hands taking care of my mom, but I'm like, let me start a reaction channel. I was doing Nashville country, and there are some really good artists, of course, in Nashville. You got Alan Jackson, Miranda, but Miranda goes around and stuff, but off a Nashville label. But I love Joe Nichols, Easton Corbin, but then I got into traditional. Flash to the future. LJ Porcello, you requested that I do Morgan Wade's, so I'm going to do Through Your Eyes, and then I've got another one of Morgan's coming up maybe in a week or two, depending on when I post it. But I don't know Morgan's music, but I do mostly traditional country or neo-traditional, like newer artists like Jason Isbell. And he plays into this because LJ, you said that Morgan is close to Jason Isbell in her songwriting. So this is going to be a treat if that turns out to be true, which I don't have any reason to doubt it won't. Morgan Wade, I don't know any of Morgan's stuff as far as I know. So here we go, Through Your Eyes.
Scariest thing I ever heard is a 3-year-old mouth the words, I wanna be like you. Ooh. Someday. Got me to thinking that maybe I should change my ways. And I'm watching every line, 'cause they love to memorize every word I say.
Wow.
Maybe I should change the songs I sing. Of a child, never afraid to let their thoughts run wild.
True.
I wish I could be that kind. I wish I could see the world through your eyes.
You did at one point.
Oh, that childlike faith, thing that no one should take away. I think I had it once before. Got me to thinking that maybe I should pray a little more.
There's so many thoughts coming at me now, and they're all woven. It's one thing to do a patchwork quilt song where you just grab different lyrics that kind of work together and then hope the musicality and instruments carry the song. It's another thing to take seemingly disparate like snippets of wisdom, but weave them together in a way that they all actually connect. And she's doing that, obviously. But it reminds me, I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson. I think it was him. It might have been Frost. But in any case, the quote was, "The greatest achievement is to be yourself in a world that tries talking you out of it." Something like that. And that's kind of what I get here with her. Like a child thinks hyperbolically or in exaggerations or pure imagination. There's no reason not to. But then the world sort of constrains you, rightly so in many ways. But what a way to start that song about a kid says, "I want to be like you." And then you're like, who am I? What am I? How am I? What do I want to sow in this child?
Oh, the innocence of a child, never afraid to let their thoughts run wild. I wish I could be that kind.
Kinda could.
I wish I could see the world through your eyes. It's a phone call when I'm alone, asking me when I'll come back home, and wondering when you'll see me again. Thinking maybe I should spend more time with them. Oh, the innocence of a child, ashamed to let their thoughts run wild. I wish I could be that kind.
You could.
I wish I could see the world through your eyes.
Probably do.
Scariest thing I ever heard is a 3-year-old mouth the words, I wanna be like you someday. Got me to thinking that maybe I should change my ways.
That reminds me of another line that someone said. I don't remember who it was, but they said it like, the worst thing or the scariest thing is to see your bad habit showing up in your child. And yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, once it's there, it's there, you know. But I mean, we're all only human. I mean, they're going to pick up on some of our bad things, some of our presumably good things, some of our values, but then they got to become themselves. But I mean, we can have a lot more fun in life. I mean, you got to be able to laugh. I mean, I want to be able to laugh until my dying day. I mean, I don't know how that's going to happen. If I'm in too much pain, I don't think I'll be laughing. But you know, if it's something like out of the blue, hopefully I'll have laughed on that given day. But I like Morgan. I don't know where she's from, but I like what she brings to it. There's a somberness, obviously a seriousness to this. I'm guessing she had a child and then she wrote this based on that. Based on what the 3-year-old said to her, presumably her child. But then, you know, every artist who's on the road is away at first from the spouse and then from the family. And you don't necessarily see the kids grow. You know, sports, you know, pro athletes have that because they're on the road all the time, whether they're players or coaches or support personnel. It's just, I don't know, life is hard in this world. It's beautiful, though. I mean, there's a lot of potential in life. I don't know. Maybe we just lament too many things that I don't know. You know, we all have our own perspective. Oh, LJ Porcello, one good call on this too. I have to rate this thing now. The content, the way she pulled it off, I mean, it resonates deeply with anybody who thinks in life. You don't even have to have kids. Like, I don't have kids of my own. I've got surrogate kids, but I got nieces and nephews, and you know, anybody with a mind would know, or a heart or a conscience or something would know. You sort of got to be careful what you sow into the younger generation so they have an opportunity of getting along with people better, maybe having better lives and such, having a sense of balance to them. And, you know, Morgan really portrayed that. I'm going to come in with a 9.4 because that's a song that most likely will resonate with every parent. And my thought during this too is I hope Morgan, she's young, compared to me, I hope she finds joy in parenting and just in being alive and being able to impart things to her children and to other people, not only through her music, but just by her presence in her room. I'm sure she's got a fairly significant, powerful presence when she's just in a room. Many artists tend to have that. And whether they're famous or not, they tend to have that. So anyway, there it goes. All right, I'm looking forward to doing the next Morgan song too, which will be, I don't know, like in a week or so. All right, guys, have a great day. Leave your comments, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.